Is 2.1. A bit late, I couldn't make it up. Very sorry, guys. I had a lot of comments stating to post the videos. I was a bit busy with my schedule of my classes. Very sorry. So this is the first answer. Okay. Now, what is the price expected for from Miss Atwood for the honor given to her is to try and see that altering one's attitudes towards reality alter reality. Here I could in your discussions over here, the author gives a valid statement in these lines. She discusses that those days they were guided wrong with the choosing of the course of study. Okay, course of study. She took home economics instead of typing, as it was thought the best and would give good perspectives. Okay, as she thought that typing was best. So this is the reason for the second one. The author gives a valid statement in these lines. She discusses that those days they were guided wrong with the choosing of the course of study. She took home economics instead of typing, as it was thought the that home economics was the best course. Okay, so even you can write that home economics was the best and would give good prospectus. What about the next answer? Creative writing and imaginative skills are glaring errors in the current education. It is lacking. Okay, the education system could have a drastic change by bringing in more of creative thoughts, ideas, and practical skills implemented in its syllabus. So he is asking what improvements would you suggest. So I am just suggesting that. See, you can pause my video also and write. If you can't understand my writing, you can pause here and write one by one. Creative writing and imaginative skills are glaring errors in the current education. It is lacking. The education system could have a drastic change by bringing in more of creative thoughts, ideas, and practical skills implemented in its syllabus. And the next answer, two other illogical ideas, like what and all I feel, that is what's the question. You feel, they say, mention two. So I thought thinking of choosing arts as a course of study is wrong. So we all think that we shouldn't go choose arts to study. So this is a wrong conception, belief in India. And the second one, I think about the second one is giving less importance to sports education in is wrong. So giving less importance to sports education is wrong. Now when you see a big paragraph is given for you over here, what they do is they've underlined some answers, some words, and they've asked you to change with the meaning and rewrite. So I just written the answers for you. You can redo it in your own, in your writing later. Annihilation, complete destruction. Here you can write complete destruction. Narrowing is limited. Consequent is result. Slide into is move easily. Not unpredictable is known. Then preventable is stoppable. Okay, so here they are asking your idea. So again, I thought I can write about this. Voting is the responsibility of Indian citizen. In the democratic country like India, every citizen has the right to choose his or her politician to rule them and could suggest the rights in any kind of changes needed in their administration. So any kind of changes they need also, they have all rights to put it up. So this is one. Voting is the responsibilities of Indian citizens. In the democratic country like India, every citizen has a right to vote, to choose his or her politician to rule them, and could suggest the rights in any kind of changes needed in their administration. So the next question over here. Yes, we live in the world where the education system needs a change. It needs to be equalized with one curriculum, more creativity oriented and practicality applied. So they've asked 3 points to be given. So I thought 3 points. One is equalized, one another one is one curriculum, more creativity and practical applied. So I have just made some points over here. So yes, we live in the world where the education system needs a change. So I have just given yes over here and added the answer. And we come to the next point. The current article. Okay, attitude can be given another title. So another title I will say changes in educational system could be the title, as most of the points the author is trying to talk about the changes they could bring in it. So that is why I chose changes in the education as a right type topic. So the next one is about the global. Any 2 points he is saying. The environment grave situation. The environment's grave situation is discussed by the author. We should have the awareness on using less plastics and less emission of carbon monoxide to save our environment. So this is the answer. And then the address, like explained with examples. So what and all is that the power of positive thinking. Ms. Atwood speaks on various topics to the students. She addresses the issue of education, learning strategy, environment issues, and the students' problem in remembering skills positively. So all these things and all, no, she is trying to quote, but positively only she gives, no negative comments she gives. So I wrote all that, and then her attitude on half-filled glass is the best example of positivity. So one example over there is half-filled glass. All these are all examples. An open example, this one. Then this, she's traveling from USA, California to give 3 days trip they've asked. Now actually in page 48, 49, earlier itself they would have asked you an itinerary planner if you check that. So I thought I can use this as a template. See, Canada 3 days and inaugural address, speech, parts, post lunch speech, winding up session, and days overall teach. So this is what inaugural address, speech, post lunch speech, winding up session, days overall speech. And then even in this page you have a beautiful a template. Even this you can use. See, it's given here with 24 to, I given the dates here, things to do speech only. Her thing is going to be that speech, address $300, the money spent budget. And so the checklist will be like dress materials, cosmetics, diaries, laptop, passbook, and travel materials. Okay, so this is the answer which you can write for this particular um, question over here. And the last answer, when you go, they're asking us to share with your friend what you remember. So what we remember, I remember Atwood's address towards changes in the education system and much creative and imaginative ideas a student should have to prosper in life. So again I read, I remember Atwood's address towards changes in the educational system and much creative and imaginative ideas a student should have to prosper in life. So most of the students over here, sometimes they're asking me, ma'am, to even explain in Tamil, but I can't do that because I feel you have to follow me in English and you can improve your English. One video separately after this video gets over, I will be posting it in Tamil, but not now. Might be I'll do it once I finish all my English portions. Okay, thank you, students. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.